Hello, I wanted to give your video review session for the upcoming test on Monday early in order to give you all a chance to study. Hopefully you'll do better on this test than you did on the last test. A couple of things. I have decided that we are going to take the test as a group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you all into groups. You don't know what the groups are yet, but I'm going to put you all into groups. There's 31 people. I'm going to have 6 groups of 5 and 1 group of 6. No. See, that's why I'm not an accountant. I'm going to have 5 groups of 5 and 1 group of 6. And I'm going to try to make sure that in each group there's some seasoned marketing people or people that have taken marketing before, so that it kind of levels out the groups. So it is going to be a group test. It will start at 6:15. You're going to have 25 minutes this time versus 20 minutes to do the test. It'll start at 6:15 and it'll end at 6:40. So please don't be late, because as soon as we get into class, I'm going to have to put you all in groups. So please don't be late. All right, some of the key concepts that you need to study. The first thing is you need to study the consumer purchase decision model, or the consumer purchase decision journey. You also need to understand benefit segmentation. You actually need to understand all the different segmentations, both B2B, business to business, and the different segmentations for B2C, business to consumer. And we've gone over those a number of times in class, so you should be all set. We also need to you also need to study the different pricing objectives, as well as price skimming, odd pricing, penetration pricing, first mover pricing, those types of things. You need to know the difference between individual brands and corporate brands and family brands. I went over that in my lecture. You need to understand the evoke set method of consumer purchase decisions. You need to understand the difference between a brand name and a brand mark, and a copyright and a trademark. You need to understand the differentiation in positioning. What's the difference between differentiation of products and positioning of products? So you need to understand the difference between those two. You need to understand different market concentrations like market specialization, mass market, multi-segment marketing, and niche marketing. You need to understand the definition of the marketing program. It was in chapter 7, I believe, or chapter 5, one of those two. You need to understand the difference between push and pull. I talked to you about push versus pull just the other night. You need to understand the difference between co-branding, brand licensing, co-marketing, and brand collaboration. Again, consumer segmentation is explored heavily in this test, so make sure you understand all of the different ways of segmenting a consumer market. You also need to understand what makes a market segment viable and what makes it attractive. We talked about that. You also need to understand all of the problems with services as a product. There's a slide on it. So make sure you go over that slide, and then I think there's the next 5 slides talk about that. I went over it in class the other night. You need to understand branding strategy and why someone would have, what are some of the main goals of the branding strategy. You need to understand Val's framework and what segmentation basis it goes to. Again, B2B segmentation is explored here. Again, some of the problems with service that we talked about. Now, I said in class, and I decided not to use this as a short answer, but I said in class that the short answers would be consumer segmentation. It is not. There are 2 short answers. One deals with pricing strategies. Remember, don't get confused between pricing objectives and pricing strategies. The one short answer deals with pricing strategies. And then the other short answers deals with the challenges of service products. Good luck. Don't be late on Monday. I got to put you into groups, and then I'll give you a little bit of time to introduce yourselves to each other, and then we'll start the test. With that, please study and good luck.